Overcooked 2, it's a bloody nice game. My name's Mike Williams and this is Jake Kulkowski.
Yeah.
Jake, we have been playing a lot of Overcooked recently, haven't we?
Yeah, everywhere. In the stream that we do on Twitch, just in our regular home time.
Yeah.
Together, not together. Michelin star, baby.
Michelin. Yeah, we're there. I mean, I don't want to brag, but I think we're amazing at Overcooked 2. I think we've done it.
The footage that you're seeing now will be the proof.
Yeah, well, to be honest, this was quite bad footage as well. I had proper. I was anxious. I had
stage fright.
I had. Oh my god, we're capturing gameplay anxiety.
Yeah.
Anyway, Overcooked 2 is a game about chopping vegetables, preparing ingredients, cooking rice, and getting tasty dishes out to diners in a timely fashion. It is not out yet. It's upcoming for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo. The release date is 7th of August. Now we've been playing a preview build of Overcooked 2 and revisiting Overcooked 1 as well. Both of which were supplied to us by Team 17. This game's being co-developed by them and Ghost Town Games,
which is like a little two-man team, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ghost Town. I think Ghost Town made the first one, and then Team 17 have gone, hey, do you know what? Why don't we let's collab, bro?
Yeah. And you can see the level of finesse and polish in this one is taking a bit of a step up, I would say.
Yeah,
I think that's fair to say compared to the first one. The first one was actually a Bafta Award winning party game, and it was originally released back in August 2016, so it's been a couple of years since that one, and this one has come around basically the same idea, but just again finessed, evolved, kind of polished. There's some new mechanics in there that you can do this time around, which we'll get into in detail in a little moment. And it's a game built on co-op and on multiplayer, designed specifically, I would say, with local co-op in mind, because that is where it's at its best. Would you agree?
Yeah, because you could definitely do it over Discord, but you definitely need to communicate with your voices, right?
Yes.
I mean, communication is the key to any successful kitchen, and as 3 Michelin star chef holders that we are, we've learned
multiple.
That's correct. Yeah, it's kind of like Kitchen Nightmares USA. We go around fixing these like restaurants that have got these standard problems, the floor crumbles into oblivion.
Yeah, they're built on air balloons that kind of fall out of the sky. Yeah. They've got fires that erupt everywhere. Just those normal kind of restaurant problems.
And if you've got any experience with fixing restaurants that are like 500 feet in the air, you'll know that communication is essential. So playing couch co-op is probably better for that, and it's probably better because you're going to want to play with people that you're familiar with and you know how to communicate with them, because if you play this game with strangers, I think it might fall apart.
I think that's quite fair, and also playing it alone. I mean, it's described as a party game, and it's easy to see why. It is a party game. It is a game for just having a laugh with people, and it's very intuitively designed. There's like 3 controls max, and there's so little controls that they can split a controller in half, where you can both hold the same controller and control 2 different characters. You only need 1 stick to move, and you need 3 face buttons, and that's basically it.
Yeah, nice and simple.
Yeah, it's designed with simplicity in mind, and that is its big strength. Really, it's built on coordination as well as co-op. I would say you have to be working in a way that complements each other. Like you've got to be preparing stuff while the other cooks things and washes the dishes. You can't both be doing the same thing, which is something that you do fall into sometimes, because you've got to, that's where the coordination comes in. The way it encourages cooperation by coordination is really good.
Yeah, it's nice to find the little moments of like order amongst the chaos, which is like, I don't know, in the first game there was lots of rats to be.
You have to slap a rat in the first game. You have to slap a rat. One of my highlights.
Yeah, and in this game there's loads of insane things that they've done to sort of mess your kitchen service up. Yeah, like the kitchen will just take a turn halfway through it, as in it'll take a 90-degree turn,
a physical turn.
Yeah, and you'll be stuck. There's plates that you can't throw because they'll smash, so you've got to like wait for a hot air balloon to pass and stuff like that.
The restaurant might be built on an open road, and you might get hit by traffic and lose the order.
Everything. Yeah,
and it does get complicated. It starts out nice and easy. You got to chop up the fish. You got to cook some rice, wrap it in a bit of green cloth, and get it out, right? And and that's as simple as that. But then it kind of evolves to a point where you have to blend ingredients, steam the ingredients, and it does evolve into something quite complex. A lot of people say it's quite a stressful game.
Yes,
I think we both agree that
it's not.
We're having a good time with it.
Yeah, maybe it's just that we're a good team. I don't know, because I could imagine pulling my hair out if I was playing this with somebody else. But I think we've had quite a nice time. I think that, they've hidden a very stressful little game in a very cute package.
Yeah.
And there's an onion with a moustache, for Christ's sake. But the graphics are disarming. The fact that, you're a panda that gets splat by like a car and stuff. really takes the edge off what could potentially be an absolute Joy-Con smashing situation. Do you know what I mean? Like, you were just saying that people can hold controllers. I'm thinking, good luck.
But that's how they've done it. But I would, to be fair, that's one thing we haven't done that maybe would be worth doing, just to see how it plays out when you're both trying to wrestle with the same controller. So I don't know. I think there's a lot to this, and I'm looking forward to playing the full thing. I think the way that it's designed, you're totally right. That having this almost sickly sweet packaging, where the sound design and everything is just really nice, and it's like hilarious sometimes. Like when there's a boost function where you can both boost, so you just get a little quick dash, right? It's not like a sprint button, it's just a quick little dash forward. But if you dash into each other, there's like a slapping noise that sounds like you just backhanded someone across the face.
It's like the game's trying to make you just take a step back and say, you're getting angry about a game where there's an old granny chopping a lettuce up with a meat cleaver about 100 times.
And I don't know, I think it's really, really well balanced and stuff based on what I've played, and it's a good evolution of the first game. In terms of actual changes for people who have played the first game, what's new this time around? The sequel's got a kind of a new overworld map, which is basically the level select. That was in the first game, but it's got a whole new kind of map area now.
New style, I guess.
Yeah, and the way it works is a little bit different. There's a bit more kind of to it this time around. You can cook in new themes, ranging from sushi restaurants to magic schools, genuine like Hogwarts, lunchtime at Hogwarts type stuff, mines, and even alien planets. There's a lot of variety here, visual variety as well as what you actually are doing from level to level. One thing we should point out is that the press build that we've got is kind of sporadic. It's not like level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like 1, 5, 12.
I guess what they're doing is they've tried to pick levels where you can see the different mechanics at play. So we've been playing like, I don't know, but the things that we've seen have been like, fire randomly just sprouts out of nowhere and it will ruin your kitchen.
It can really derail your fire. The fire's the worst one.
Yeah, that's the thing about fire, isn't it? You've got to keep on top of it, or you don't want it in the kitchen. And also there's the mechanic, which I love this, the throwing mechanic, right?
Yeah.
You can launch food across to your mate, and sometimes that's absolutely necessary. There's like parts where the kitchen will be segmented into, for example, like 2 hot air balloons, and I have to throw food to you.
Yeah.
You cook it. I'm the prep chef.
So one of you's got the chopping boards, but one of you has got the cooking vats. So you've got to you've got to be chucking the ingredients at each other, just like a real restaurant.
Which is a really cool mechanic, and it can feel very satisfying. There was a couple of times where you threw something and it landed directly on the chopping board where I needed to be, chopping, or I've captured it, and there's like good moments like that. It's very, very cool.
It's all built around like a high score system, so you need to pass the level, so you need to hit the minimum. But then beyond that, it's like a 3-star rating.
It's kind of like how mobile games work, isn't it?
It is very similar to cut the rope, Angry Birds,
exactly.
anything like that.
But like I was saying, we like to pretend that they're Michelin stars, and we've been doing pretty. We've played it a lot on stream and stuff like that, haven't we? And we've been going back to try and do the levels 3-star every single time. Something very satisfying about it.
In terms of new mechanics, there's a couple more things we haven't mentioned. There's like teleporters this time around as well, where you actually step through the teleporter device and stuff to get to other parts of the restaurant, the kitchen, sorry. The dynamic shifting kitchens is what we've talked about, but there are levels that literally have that Mortal Kombat stage change thing where the hot air balloon crashes and you're then in a sushi restaurant in the same level, but things are in different places. The core of the kitchen is the same thing, but then suddenly you've got like these sushi belts around you.
And then all of a sudden you're not making salads on a hot air balloon anymore, you're making sushi in this like destroyed restaurant.
Exactly. So
it's
it does have that.
They say that all the best restaurants in the world aren't just meals, they're experiences.
They're crashing hot air balloons.
Yeah, and maybe this is the new thing,
Yeah, it's so they've really tried to really maintain the essence of what the game is. It hasn't changed an awful lot. It's just been developed and evolved, and they've got more of these kind of crazy things going on. And it's out next month.
It's kind of what people want when it involves a sequel. More of the same, but better and more varied.
Yeah,
what I mean. This couldn't be DLC because the changes are too big. But at the same time, it's not a departure in a way that if you loved the first one, you won't like the second one.
It's still the exact same game, but with a bit more polish, finesse, and new ideas chucked in there.
Yeah, there's also a versus mode that we didn't get to jump into, but obviously, if I guess that's PvP.
You can. So again, like we were saying, the game is built around score attack kind of thing, hitting high scores. That's how you gain the stars, and that's how you move on to the next levels. Well, there is a versus. Yeah, you're right. You can, and you can. I think you can 2 versus 2 it and stuff like that. And there's plenty of modes here as well. So it is absolutely a party game more than anything else. I personally think it works at its best as a co-op, local co-op experience, but it could work. It could work online. There are online features and
totally.
stuff. You could play it alone, but it is, to me, at its best if you want a good local co-op experience that is genuinely a lot of fun and isn't about shooting stuff in the head. It's
one of them though with couch co-op, because they're quite rare, that when if you Google best couch co-op games, I don't know, PS4 or something, Overcooked comes up just because it won so many awards and stuff like that. And it's been this is not a pun or anything, but it's been overlooked. No, I'm being serious.
Right, I'm going to end the video.
No, okay, go on then. That's
Overcooked 2, PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch on August the 7th. It costs about £20, I think, here in the UK or thereabouts, or your regional equivalent. Thanks everyone for watching and thanks for listening. I've been Mark Williams and this is Jake Kulkowski with
cheers.
terrible.
It wasn't on purpose, it was an accident.
See you next time.